position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome everyone to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ducks offense will go to work first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So, no doubt, the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work. Coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Virginia Tech's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. The gun, running back gets the give. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Rides the back on the option to give. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you...
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. The kick is on its way. It'll bounce out of bounds, and they'll spot it at the 40. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time. They had a much better field position this time around. Looking downfield on 1st down. Snagged out of the air. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. The Ducks can really attack on this second and short. Complete. Past the 40. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Ducks! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Fires to the tight end. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Finds his big tight end. There he goes. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Line getting set on second down. Grab behind the line. It's Mung. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Hokies come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Looking to pass. It's Westbrook. It's complete. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. And the Hokies are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Behind the chains now on second and long. Running back searching for a hole. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
I like the adjustments from this offense from first possession to second. Like first possession, you tell maybe a little bit nervous, maybe just not starting the way they wanted to, didn't script the plays, but now putting a good drive together, a good response from Puck last week.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Men, a gigantic collision of top 5 teams, and it is now a final. Rutgers proved it is battle-tested and capable of winning any place, any time after this one. And just think of the confidence this Scarlet Knights team gained today. Invaluable, if you ask me. Imagine how this outcome is going to impact social media this week. One side ready for a parade, the other ready to hit the panic button.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Quick release by the QB. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. started here in the second. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. He wants to change this route. With the catch, it's 4. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll throw it from the red zone. Pressure coming. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Operating in the red zone here on second down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys. And
into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon! That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Paul, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Unloads it downfield. Makes the grab right down the middle. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball is coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. I bet it felt good to hit that quarterback late until you got an earful from the coach and cost your defense 15. Looking downfield, it's Westbrook. Here comes the heat. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Leaves it with the back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run.
To the end zone, and it's picked off.
You know, as a defensive back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside, towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide, making the big interception.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Got his man on the right. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot, the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
The screen, he can go.
Well, had a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver of the middle of the field.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And the Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Reads it, fires complete. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Stopped right at the 40-yard line, and this defense celebrating the turnover. Off-play action on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Adams. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on second down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Hokies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Dropping back, it's Westbrook. Catch in the middle, it's Meadows. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. From the gun, wants to pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And it slips just inside that right upright. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you got to stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sideline. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. Gonna take a shot. Go to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything.
looking for the end zone. Touchdown Ducks! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
And what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
We're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Off the play fake. Got it behind the line. It's Mung. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Rides to back and leaves it. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. And the Hokies will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. He's got great speed. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Leaves it with the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
They'll try the run. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
This time it's complete. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. The Ducks have their offense in high gear. To the air on 1st down. Looking for the score. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing to the perimeter of the field. They just didn't have it there.
Motion from the wideout. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Here's a heat. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
And I tell you what, when you got a guy that is that good at dissecting your defense, you better get pressure. Nice job by the defense, hurrying him up, speeding up the thought process.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So they'll send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. And that lead grows even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Mountain West. Arizona is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Tucson, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 10 over Stanford. Just another week in the Mountain West where the only constant is chaos. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. To the air, it's Westbrook. Finds his big tight end. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. Offense set on 1st down. Here's the handoff. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And he makes a completion there, set up and in business at the 20.
It's really tough on offenses when defenses know what you got to do. You got to pass the football. They're in man coverage. How about the receiver understanding where the 1st down is? He smells it. He goes and gets it.
Power football with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Using the quick game. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Bring in the heat. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area you're going to bow up. Nice job on 1st down stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Sticking it in the end zone here. looking for a man. It's Westbrook. Here's the pressure. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'll be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
And the Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The RPO fired complete to the left. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down. He was really beating himself up over that interception and that loss last week. I know he's thrown a pick in this one, but he's looked much more certain.
And what you ask quarterbacks to do nowadays and how much you put on their plate, one mistake is okay. Those usually aren't the ones that are going to kill you. So one mistake, back-to-back weeks, that's fine. You just can't make multiple. But the team's winning this week, which is the most important stat that he cares about.
Zings it complete to the right. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Going deep. Makes the grab deep. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. The Ducks getting set on 1st and 10.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless of how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
The Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Quick completion to the right. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing? Just keep it going when the going's good.
Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get into those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Oregon! That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There'll be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. Looking downfield, it's Westbrook. Throws for the tight end. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Offense in a bunch formation. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab.
Coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there. A similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They're still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
The Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Nice job by the defense just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
Got it back on second and goal. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Back swinging with the goal line. He found some running room, but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone. And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the one on fourth down. Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks! That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponents.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. So now it's second and long. To throw, it's Westbrook. Get it out to the supersonic guy. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
I'm not sure anyone saw that coming. Not that this team couldn't lose, but the way they lost. And I think they've got some soul-searching to do now, guys.
I think they've got some soul-searching. I think a lot of fans, including myself, I don't know about you, David, it's scratching my head a little bit because normally I would tell you, well, the number one team loses, they're still in the college football playoff hunt. But after that loss, I'm